Alright, let's talk about the two-city scheduling. So a company is planning to interview 2 people. So you have a cost array. So cost array is going to be what? A cost and B cost. And there's 2 people, right? So you have to pick N people use a cost for A cost. And the other N people use a cost for B cost. And in this example, it's pretty straightforward. I'm going to draw the diagram. So for the first person, I'm going to use this one, 10. Second person, I'm going to use the first cost as well. And the third person, I'm going to use the second one, second index. So which means what? I use 2 people for the A cost, 2 people for the B cost. But how do you know like which one should be picked? So you definitely need to sort this array, right? But how do you actually need to know which one should I pick the first one? So I will sort the entire array based on the subtraction between these two. So if this A0 minus A1, right? And let me change another color. And this one is what? B0 minus B1, right? If A0 minus A1, which is negative, like which is negative? If this is equal to negative, which means A1 is bigger than A2, right? So you will definitely pick the first index value, right? This is going to be negative. And this one, this is going to be positive number. This one is going to be positive number, right? So I will definitely pick the second value. So after I know the summation equal to positive or negative, I will just sort based on this. So I will say, okay, so this is going to be negative, right? So I would say, okay, if there's a negative value, I'm going to put that in the first half of the array. So 10, 20, this is going to be a first, 30, 200, going to be a second, and then 250, something like this, and this is 30, 20, right? So I know when I traverse the entire array, I would say, okay, so for the first half, I'm going to pick what? Pick the first value. For the second half, I'm going to pick a second value. And this array definitely not sorted correctly, but just imagine, I mean, output for this. But if the subtraction, which is lowers, this is negative 130, negative 170, right? So you have to put that in the front, right? I will definitely print out the array later, but this is how it is, right? If the summation is smaller, you have to put it into the front. If the summation is bigger, which is this one, you have to put it in the back. All right. All right. So let's start coding. So array sort. So the cost, and I was use the lambda expression, and I will say, okay, from A0, subtract A1, similar to the graders, right? If I do this correctly, this is what? B0 minus B1, right? I might have too many parentheses for sure. I'm going to get rid of this. And this is not... Alright, so this is working, I think. Oh no, this is wrong. Yeah, sorry about this, making a mistake. And here we go. Here we go. Yes, alright, correct. So I will have to have the return value for result. So for in I equal to 0, I less than I plus plus, right? So how do I know the first half? So since I don't want the foreign, so I will say 2 times I, if that is less than cost of, I mean, if less than equal to n, I need to initialize my n equal to cost of length. I forgot this, sorry. And result will plus equal to what? So if this is the first half, right? So how do I know it's first half? 2 times n, 2 times I, right? 2 times I less than n. So imagine you do like this, I divided by 2, so this is going to be the first half. But since the division divided by 2, right, if the odd number, right, you will definitely get a little bit weird. But this one is more readable to me, and I will say what? I'm going to add the first value, right? And then back So here, else result plus equal false I at second value for the second, and I will return result. So here is it. So let me just quickly run the example. All right. So if you want to print out the array, again I just said, so you say system.print line dot what? System out. Sorry, system out dot print line. And this is going to be what? Array dot to d sorry, d to string, yeah, something like this, class, right? So you will definitely see the output for the sorting. So this is the smallest, negative 170, negative 10, positive 10, something like this, right? And no, this is and this is positive what? Positive 350, right? So this is goes from the smallest to the greatest. And all right, let's get rid of this. Submit. And here we go. So let's talk about time and space. For the sorting, it's going to be C log C. C representative of the cost. And this is all of n, right? All of n definitely shorter than what? C log C, right? So the worst case for the time is going to be C log C. C is this, right? Copy paste my quick note. And the space is going to be constant, right? This is constant, right? And this is the solution, and I will see you next time. Bye.